Okay, so I think last time I reported when it came to the movie Lightyear, my kids had watched it like over a dozen times, right? And then that jumped to over 20 times and I lost count. I was like, I'm just gonna stop counting because you guys just keep watching it again and again and again. Connor, my youngest, 4.5. He'll be 5 in January next year. And I did not anticipate how obsessed he would become with Lightyear. And I was super obsessed with Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story as a kid. I know I've said like you guys have no idea how important Toy Story was for me when I was a kid. Like Disney, Toy Story, Mulan, like a lot of things were really important to me as I was going through some of the toughest years of my life during my parents' divorce and my mom being horrible as she was. Um, I had like no outlets. I didn't have very many friends. I kept going from school to school. It just was a nightmare. So I found solace in things like Disney and some of the movies and stuff. And I was really into anything space related because as a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. And my kids know that. They know that story. I anticipate Alan being into Lightyear and being into, anything space related because he's really into science and technology and engineering. Like he loves that kind of stuff. He always talks about building like crazy awesome robots for space and exploration. And so I'm like really excited. Like I love that for him, right? That's what he wants. Connor, he's 4.5. I'm just like, okay, maybe he'll just like it because it's Disney. Connor is super obsessed with Buzz Lightyear from Lightyear. Like he is super obsessed to the point where he had a meltdown for 30 minutes when I didn't have like I got like a Buzz Lightyear kind of like get up. Like I got like shorts and it was a shirt that comes with it and a little hood that, like the eyes of Lightyear or whatever. And so that was like I was able to scrounge up enough money to get that as well as another shirt. And he didn't tell me that he wanted to wear it the next day. I've never gone through this with Connor where he would want to wear the same outfit again, 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 again. So I didn't do laundry that night. I was just like, I usually don't do laundry every single night. He didn't tell me that he wanted to wear it the next day because I've never dealt with that before. 30-minute meltdown in the morning because he could not wear that outfit because he really wanted to be Buzz Lightyear from Lightyear. Like he wanted to wear that shirt. He was obsessed. So someone was really generous and was like, "Hey, I'll send you some gifts." And so he got some more, not just Lightyear, but Toy Story and also Lightyear shirts, and he was just super excited about it, right? I stopped counting how many times they watched the movie Lightyear. Connor has not. He told me he's watched it 32 times now. 32 times in the last month. Like I've already said, before how I absolutely loved Lightyear and I was going into it not thinking like so many that it's a Toy Story movie because it's not. It's supposed to be the origins of Buzz. And I get it. People are like, "Oh, but they had a TV show in, the cartoon or whatever." I'm like, that could have been the origin story because they couldn't do this movie back then for whatever reason. So that series was meant to be, you know, their stand-in until they could do this movie. That happens all the time, guys. But the thing that I want to focus on here when it comes to Connor is that he's 4.5. Super, super obsessed with Toy Story. We've got Woody, we got Buzz, we've got Jesse, we've got a lot of those toys. We've got, he loves coloring them. Like, it's insane. And Buzz is his favorite. Okay. He has a Buzz Lightyear nightlight. Okay. Like, actually, let me show you. Okay, I went and got it. See? This is his nightlight, okay? Like he's super obsessed with Buzz Lightyear. When it came time to him getting his own nightlight, he was adamant it had to be Buzz Lightyear. Had to be. We've had like the Infinity Gauntlet. We've had like Alan had I'm trying to remember some other character. Eventually he got that little neon like game control thing that I got from Walmart. Like they have like those little outlines and stuff. But no, Connor had to have Buzz Lightyear. He loves Buzz Lightyear. Completely obsessed, right? In his mind, as a 4.5-year-old, it didn't matter that it was a different style. It didn't matter that that it wasn't Toy Story. It was Buzz Lightyear, and that's all that mattered to him. That's all he cared about. To him, it doesn't matter. To him, this was Buzz Lightyear before he met Woody. All right? That is literally how he sees it in his head. And I tried to explain to you too that this is supposed to be like the movie that the toy's based off of. You know how you have that toy right there, like, you know, you have like we have the Titan Hero series, like a lot of those. So we have a lot of the Spider-Man. We have I just recently got, well, not recently, but months ago, like Loki and, you know, stuff from some of the Avengers. Like we've got Iron Man and we got Black Panther. We got like all these, and we've got Captain Marvel, you know, so I collect those for them, those tall action figures. And I'd be like, these toys were based off of a movie, right? And he'd be like, yeah. And I was like, well, that's what this movie is supposed to be. That's what the toy Buzz is supposed to be based off of. And he accepts that. He's like, okay, cool. So this is the movie where Buzz came from. And then eventually he meets Woody. I'm like, yeah, let's simplify it like that. But in his mind, as a child's mind, he doesn't care about some voice actor not playing the part again or whatever. Like Tim Allen's Buzz, like, it's iconic, right? But this isn't the toy Buzz. He will forever be Toy Buzz. No one can replace Toy Buzz like that. No. Okay, but this isn't Toy Buzz. To me, I think when we grow up, we can still be fans of stuff like Disney. We can still really be into these characters and new characters. You know, we be like, you know, I was obsessed with such and such princess or whatever, and I still love this princess. I meet people like that all the time. I'm part of Disney groups on Facebook. Like we have a lot of fun. But I think when you become an adult, you also have certain expectations. You get set in certain ways, and you forget the magic. You forget that, okay, it may not be exactly the same, but it's still really awesome. There's still a lot of hard work that went into that from the people, not just the voice actors, but the animators, the computer techs, like the directors, like everyone put a lot of their heart into this because of Toy Story. And they even said in the behind the scenes on Disney Plus, which I've watched with the boys, like, we wanted this movie. We wanted to do this. I don't remember if they said it in the behind the scenes or, you know, for like To Infinity and Beyond or Behind Infinity and Beyond. I don't remember if they said exactly why they didn't do the movie before. I mean, animation has definitely stepped up since then, but at no time does my 4.5-year-old son ever hate on Lightyear, the movie, for not being Toy Story. Never. To him, it is Buzz Lightyear. And that is all that matters. His favorite character is on that big screen. He gets to watch his favorite character do amazing things and interact with people. And yeah, it's different than what we grew up with, but he loves it for what it is. And he has no judgments. He doesn't ask, like, you know, why isn't the same, you know, voice actor? I mean, like, yeah, he may not understand that on the same level that we do, but he's not complaining about that kind of stuff. It seems to be more of an adult thing. It seems to be more of an adult perspective. Like, how dare you mess up my childhood? They didn't mess up our childhood. They tried to expand on it. And instead, so many people are trying to tear it down. And I wanted to bring that up. I wanted to say that my 4.5-year-old has watched Lightyear 32 times. Yes, he can count that high, okay? Like, he's pretty smart, but I mean, he practices with Big Brother. We're still working on tying shoes, but he's really good. He's learning sign language at pre-K right now, which is better than me. Like, I'm still struggling with that, but he's learning the basics. And To him, I mean, at first, when I first explained that, oh, because he's like, oh, Buzz, where's Woody? I'm like, oh, this isn't a Woody thing. Like, this is before the toys. As soon as I explained that, he was fine with it. And he was just like, okay, another Buzz Lightyear, but like Buzz Lightyear, all right, I'm in. 32 times in a month. Okay? Like, this kid can't get enough of it. He is super obsessed with Buzz Lightyear, and he doesn't care if it's toy Buzz or if it's movie Buzz. To him, this is an action movie that he can get behind. This, to him, is everything. And he's not judging, he's not trying to tear anyone down, because to him, it doesn't matter. All he cares about is the magic of Buzz Lightyear being on the big screen. And I think we can do with more of that magic and more of that acceptance, that you don't have to like it as a movie. I'm not saying that it's like so phenomenal that, oh my goodness, like you have to see it. Like, I'm not trying to push anyone towards that. If you don't like it as a movie, that's fine. If you don't think it's action, that's fine. But don't try to tear people down because you want another Toy Story movie. That's really what it boils down to. People just want another Toy Story movie. They didn't want anything with Buzz. My 4.5-year-old, in all his innocent glory, and all of his, this is how I feel, very stubborn. He is a hard charging kid, very independent. This is how he feels. No one can tell him different. He's very much my child. I was very stubborn as a kid, way more than I am now, because life, right? But to him, he doesn't care what's going on in the rest of the world. And he doesn't know most of what's going on in the rest of the world. But I have a feeling that even if he heard a lot of the negativity, he would defend Lightyear. Because to him, it doesn't matter if it's the same voice actor. It doesn't matter if it's not Toy Story. To him, it's his favorite character. And he gets more of that. And he loves it. And he accepts it for what it is. He still loves Toy Story. He still watches Toy Story all the time. I'm not even going to tell you how many times we probably watched all, 3 Toy Stories and all the mini everything on Disney Plus. But he's watched Lightyear 32 times now. He has informed me of this weekend 32 times. Because he didn't lose sight of the magic. It's his favorite character. He doesn't care about any of that other kind of stuff. I think we could do with a bit more magic, a bit more understanding, and less negativity when it comes to that. You don't have to like it as a movie, but please don't tear down the voice actors, just because Tim Allen's not part of it. Really, what you wanted was another Toy Story movie. So talk to Disney, let Disney know, hey, we want another Toy Story, instead of tearing them down for trying to give something for Buzz. This movie meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to Alan, but I never anticipated my youngest child, who has had no inkling, has given no indication that he would be into space stuff. I mean, yes, loves Buzz Lightyear, but I did not anticipate that. My child, who never showed that he had that kind of interest, completely obsessed. Everything to do with Buzz Lightyear. He has to have everything Lightyear related. He has to. He's been begging me. And unfortunately, due to financial difficulties, I can't get him the Halloween costume I wanted to. He wanted to be Lightyear this year. After I already made purchases for mine and Alan's costumes, there was some bad news, so I can't get him the costume he wants. And I also can't get him a lot of the toys that he wants. There are some friends who have been willing to help and offered and said, we can do this, but he wants everything Lightyear. I really wanted to say that. I really wanted to let people know that my youngest kid, that I never thought would be into this so hardcore, is really into this hardcore. And I mean, he doesn't know a lot of the negativity because I'm not showing him those kinds of comments, or he's not listening to anything like that, even though both him and Alan, go online, but it's parent controls. So they don't see a lot of that kind of negative stuff, but he is dead set on Lightyear being like the best movie ever because all he cares about is the character. And he reconciles that this is supposed to be the original that the toy is based off of. Because of this movie, my favorite toy exists. And that's all it is. That's all there is to it for him. Is he doesn't care that this is supposed to be movie like action hero Buzz and toy Buzz. All he cares about is that it's Buzz. I think people forget that. We can do with a little bit more kindness, a little bit more magic. I think we could. So, anyway, those are my thoughts on that, and just yeah, we woke up on the weekend and he immediately turned Lightyear on. I'm just like, how many times is this now? Without skipping a beat. 32, mommy, keep up. I stopped counting after 20. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't. I've got stuff to do around the house. I'm not okay. Soon he's going to be doing line for now. He doesn't do every single line, but he's starting to memorize some of the lines. Okay, so by the time he hits 5 years old, I'm pretty sure he's going to memorize half the movie. So that's how obsessed he is with it. So anyway, yeah. All right, bye.